Hi, good morning. My name is Corey Minter. I am with Trinity Employment Specialists. Um, and Trinity's been in business for about almost 10 years now. It's crazy. And today I want to talk just real quickly about some of Trinity's experience in interviewing people. And, I'm going to try to share a couple of stories maybe. But I just got asked the question. I always ask, when I do these, what's something that you would like to know about, and I try to talk about it just kind of off the cuff. And this is one of them. I was asked, how do you answer the hard interviewing questions? Especially like the interviewing questions that are, um, they're meant to trick you, or they're meant to try to get you to say something negative about yourself, and you're in an interview, you don't want to say something negative about yourself, so you got to try to work your way through that. And so, listen, I've written a book on this. It's called Handbook to Getting Hired in Today's Recession, and in that book, on purpose, I have a bunch of sample interviewing questions. I went out and found 100 interviewing questions that you're likely to be asked, and I put it in the book. And the reason for that is because of this very thing, is because if you don't prepare, well then for an interview, and prepare for what kind of questions you might be asked, you might get caught like a deer in headlights, not knowing exactly what to say. And when that happens, you can see it. I've interviewed enough people that you can see it, like they were on top of their game, they were in control. You ask them one question that throws them off, and then all of a sudden it throws them off, and they start revealing all this stuff that you're just like, why are you telling me this? But it seems as though it drops their guard, and they're just trying to get through the interviewing questions. So I have some ideas by this. If you don't want to go buy my book on Amazon, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But you can go and Google sample interviewing questions, and I would suggest that you go through about 50 to 100 different interviewing questions, and if you go through them and know what you're going to say in every one of those questions, you really go through it and say, all right, if I'm asked this, I'm going to answer it this way. I'm going to hit these main points, and you have it in your head. You're going to do just fine, because when you have as many as 50 interviewing questions prepared for, the likelihood of the job interviewer throwing you a question that you're not already thinking around and have a possible answer for it, it's just really unlikely. You're going to be able to hit on all cylinders if you get 50 random sample interviewing questions and you get prepared for those. It's really important that you do that. I think there are a lot of people. I'm meeting with somebody right now. I'm mentoring them, and they're trying to jump up into a level or into a career that they've never been a part of before yet. And they've never tried to even get into an interview at this level. So let me give you an example. They're going from an industrial, driving a forklift kind of job, and all of a sudden they're wanting to be in IT. So the interviewing process is going to be drastically different, and he's going to be experiencing something completely different than what most people do. So he has no idea if he's going to try to prepare on his own. Like, the answers that he thinks might be good probably will not serve him well. And so this was the advice I gave him just the other day, and that is to go on to Google, get that, ask the question, tell me about yourself, and put in great answers for tell me about yourself, and see what people are writing. The best thing that you can do is just go out and seek counsel the best way that you can. And so if you were to go and just take the top 15 or 20 interviewing questions that you think you might get asked, and you will Google how to best answer this question in an interview. Google's going to have some really great advice for you. And you'll want to read 2 or 3 or 4 suggestions that somebody's going to write in there, and see what they say, and see if that changes the direction that you would like to go. First have the direction you would like to go, then Google and see what other areas might be available. See what different avenues might be available, and try to incorporate any new wise ideas into your interviewing process and into your interviewing style and into your answers. That right there is going to help you more than anything. When you're going into an interview, a lot of people are just scared to death of it and they don't know what to expect. And I'm telling you, knowledge equals power. And so when you can put knowledge of how you're going to answer this stuff and know the best ways to answer the questions that are coming to you, you're going to be so much better prepared than someone who's just going to wing it. Because let me tell you something, this is what's so crazy about our society. I would say 90 to 95% of the people, they're just going to wing it. They are just going to wing it. They're not going to prepare. They're going to walk in there and answer the questions the best they can, get out. And if you want to really step up your game and beat out someone who might have more experience than you, well then become a master of the interview and really sink your teeth into learning how you would answer these questions. Know the questions that are potentially going to be asked. Know your field really well. And when you become a master of what it is that you do and become a master of the different types of interviewing questions that might be asked of you and the good, solid answers, you're going to change the circumstances and the outcomes of your interviews. And so I hope that this helps somebody out there that's trying to look for different avenues to win in the job interview. I hate job interviews, and I know that they're stressful for people, but when you prepare and you're knowledgeable about it, you're going to feel and appear more powerful and confident. So I hope that this helps you in your journey. Good luck to you in your next interview. Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Corey Mitchell. I'm president of Trinity Employment Specialists. Trinity, we are a staffing company in Tulsa, and we specialize in staffing for the medical field. And we have become one of the authorities in staffing in the medical field. We're very well known for it. We're sought after. We get recommended now over and over again, and it's just something that I'm really, really proud of, that we've been able to create the kind of reputation we have in the medical field. We've been able to get only A players into so many different clinics that we've just been sought after because we're able to find people who it's rare. And so I want to talk with you just real quickly about one of the positions that we are recruiting for just right now, and we need this position right now a lot. And there's a huge shortage. I'll tell you why there's a shortage, but we need medical assistants. I think we have probably 7 or 8 different full-time permanent job openings as a medical assistant, and also in front office. Both of those positions we're needing people in for some reason. And so as a medical assistant, we need people who are certified. Certification has become a requirement lately, and it's all because of the Affordable Care Act. I don't know how the change in our legislation might change the need for having a certification, but it hasn't yet, and even if it does, it won't happen for a good while. But as of right now, we're needing certified medical assistants, and we're needing them in the fields of OBGYN, pain management, and family practice and urology is where we're needing medical assistants, something that we're constantly looking for. So as a medical assistant, the biggest thing that we're looking for is we're trying to produce only A players for our customers. That's all that we want to do. And to do that, we have to have other medical assistants with exceptional work history. We need somebody who stays at each place an absolute minimum of at least 2 years. When we have work history where people have stayed there for 1 year, 1 year, and 1 year, that is not what we're looking for. We don't believe that that's a very good investment for our clinics that we staff for. If they invest in somebody who has shown a pattern of only staying a year at each place, I don't think that they'll return the investment that they're going to invest in Trinity to be able to provide the staff. So, but if we can get outside of 2 years, right at around 3 and 4 years, I believe that we're starting to get to where their investment was well worth it. And that's what we're wanting to try to do. We're wanting to try to be a great resource and save our companies money over the long run, all because the people that we put in place are A players. A players can do 1.5 times the work, they stay longer, and they recruit other A players to them. So over time, they should be able to save a lot of money for every A player that we're able to place in their clinic. But for someone in our OBGYN practice, we need somebody who has experience in women's health care. And they've been in it for, we need at least 2 years of experience in OBGYN. This is going to be a position that's going to be a clinical position. They're not going to be only doing triage and being on the phone. So you'll be working directly with the physician, doing minor procedures in the office, and you'll be assisting the physician in those procedures and getting the room ready for the different types of procedures and that sort of thing. In our urology practice, you don't necessarily need urologic experience. We would really like to have somebody with a solid work history that has a desire in urology and is interested in urology. We are working with an unbelievably awesome clinic. They've been around for years and years. They have a great reputation. We don't have a lot of turnover in this clinic, and it's something that we're really proud to be able to send people here. They offer a great benefit package and the whole thing. And then in family practice, of course, we just need somebody with general medical assistant experience. Somebody who's worked in family practice for years is really, really a great person for us. We don't want a spotty work history. We want the work history to be exceptional. We really need to have strong references that come back from people, and that's what we're looking for. Outside of the medical assisting, we're also looking for medical billers for both DME and physician billing. And so we have some great opportunities in some really huge companies, great benefits, and the whole thing. They're all permanent contract to hire positions, which means that they intend for them to go permanent. And it's something that they have a great salary, and it's with one of the top companies in our area. So we're also looking for medical billing positions. But either way, in the medical field, Trinity is just one of the top companies to work with. We offer benefits after 90 days, and vacation and PTO time. It's something that we've become a staple in Tulsa. We would love to be able to help you if you're looking for a job, or if you're an employer and you're looking for a solid medical staffing company that really knows what we're doing. We would really like to be able to help you. Please give us a call at 918-622-2588. Thank you so much.